How's it going, everyone? As always, thank you for being here and God bless you. So this is going to be week 2 of the tank cycle process, and we have started to develop diatoms. So if you guys look on the glass here, you can see the very fine brownish coloration on the glass, the film buildup. There's some brown in the sand. You can kind of see the discolorated parts. You can actually see it forming on the rocks over here. See how the rocks are kind of brown and nasty. The water is not crystal clear anymore. It is dingy, a little foggy. So we're kind of going through that bacterial blooming, diatoms, all that kind of stuff going on right now. So when you guys hit this part of the cycle, just know your tank's gonna look disgusting. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. This is normal. Just kind of sit on your hands and let it do its thing. It can last up to a couple of weeks. Don't get in here and try to move the rock around or sift the sand to turn it to make it look whiter, because guess what's gonna happen? It might look white for a day or two, and then the diatoms are just gonna come right back. Just leave everything alone. If you're dosing with good bacteria, I suggest you continue to do that. Get yourself some Dr. Tim's or some stability, just to make sure that during this phase the nitrates and the ammonia stay low. 0 is obviously best, so continue to dose with that. Make sure your protein skimmer is running. Make sure you have some sort of a external filtration, whether it be carbon, GFO, whatever you guys want to use, just to help keep the water clarity and to take out some of the phosphates from you feeding. Keep your equipment clean, and like I say, just kind of leave everything alone. You can actually see right here the line where I've been cleaning the glass of what's clean and what's dirty. Now my tank water is not crystal clear. It is pretty foggy. So again, just keep an eye on your water parameters, make sure everything's in check, and just let your let your tank go through this ugly phase. There's really nothing you can do about it. Again, like I said, it's normal. It will go away. Just make sure if you do a water change, don't use tap water. Use good RO deionized water. Otherwise, you're going to start getting algae blooms, and it's just a mess. You don't want to introduce phosphates. You're already introducing that kind of stuff through feeding, so just make sure that the water's nice and clean. The protein skimmer is finally running on my tank. I have not had a skimmer on this tank since day 1. This skimmer was producing a lot of micro bubbles. It suddenly just stopped. That's why I wasn't using it. I took it apart, cleaned it all up, put it back on the tank, let it run. It was still doing it, so I said, the heck with it. I'll either buy another skimmer or just, go without, or I'll figure something out. Well, I plugged it in last night, and it's, for some reason now, no longer producing micro bubbles. It must have had to go through some type of a break-in phase. So I am starting to pull all that nasty organic material out of the water. So I do expect things in the tank to start getting a lot better. Fish is doing good as far as the hyposalinity treatment is concerned. Did it work? Did it not work? I really don't have anything, hard evidence for you guys. I'm not 100% sure. As of right now, he's healthy and happy, doesn't show signs of ick. It could just be the ick is going through its life cycle, and maybe 2 or 3 weeks later I'll see it again. I don't know, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'd like to hope and think that the hyposalinity did something, but again, I have nothing concrete for you guys. So just to kind of recap, let your tank do its thing. Continue to feed as normal. Don't try to get in here and move anything around. The brown sand, the nasty looking rock, the film on the glass, the cloudy water, it's all part of it, guys. Just keep an eye on your parameters. Make sure your nitrates and your ammonia are as low as possible. Nitrates, you can have a little bit. You don't want a lot. You can have a little bit. Ammonia, you obviously want 0. It's best that both are 0, but again, that's why I say go ahead and dose some of that live bacteria, some stability, some Dr. Tim's, all that kind of stuff, just to help with the cycle process. Maybe it won't last as long while you're doing that, and most importantly, to keep the aquarium clean and safe for your fish. That live bacteria will neutralize the ammonia and the nitrite, so that way, it obviously doesn't kill your fish. All right, guys, any other questions, please let me know. Feel free to drop a comment down below, and just, ride it out, guys. It's the ugly phase of the tank. We all have to go through it. Take care. God bless.